Hello, and thank you for agreeing to watch this webinar on business optimization. Simply Better Performance has put this webinar together to help you maximize the profitability of your business by having the right customer base. Hi, my name's Leonard Jackson, and I'm co-founder of Simply Better Performance, and we are delivering management consultancy to small medium enterprises through the internet. Getting the right customer base is a balancing act. Having fewer unprofitable customers usually means reduced business costs. Reduced business costs usually means increased business profitability. But also having more profitable customers also means increased business profitability. So it stands to reason that you should periodically rationalize your customer base to reduce the number of unprofitable and possibly undesirable customers, and hence increase the relative number of profitable customers that have desirable business. So how might you know if it's time to rationalise your customer base? Well, if the recent global financial crisis has left your business losing money with certain aspects of traditional business or with some existing customers, if you're doing greater business volume in certain markets, but if your profit margins have shrunk, possibly even reduced to near zero, if you're working too hard to please certain customers who don't generate appropriate levels of profitability or who don't give you satisfactory new business referrals, and possibly they don't even give you business that anyone else will do. If the global financial crisis has left your business with changing customer markets that have, on balance, diminished the real total value of your business, or if you're now feeling that it's time for you to get into or get out of certain types of customers or market segments. And if any of the above are true, it sounds like your customer base is no longer right for your business. Well, what does having the right customer base really mean? Well, the real impact of the recent global financial crisis is that what might have been the right customer base for you just a few years ago will almost certainly have changed in some ways. If the value of any part of your existing customer base is either static or diminishing, or if your competitors are already getting out of your unprofitable markets, you know that you cannot delay essential changes to your business right now. And if you're overworked just keeping your business alive, and if you don't have the time or the expertise to analyse and rationalise your customer base, you almost certainly need experienced help right now. The founding partners of Simply Better Performance have over 20 years of successful change management experience in the Big Four consulting firms and across many different types of industries. So we really do live and breathe business change. Through our regular work in customers and market segments, we have been able to successfully implement many changes in large organisations with benefits ranging from increased competitiveness to millions of dollars in productivity improvements. We've also handled mergers and acquisitions. We have many personal friends who are small business owners who know our work and who regularly ask us for detailed advice regarding issues that they have had implementing change. These are asides to them. They choose this personal approach with us as they, like many small businesses, cannot afford the high consulting fees of the big consulting firms. Since we are already well regarded and actively providing change management advice, we have chosen to tailor and formalise our no-nonsense approach to customer-based rationalising for release to small business owners, just like you. So this webinar is our way of introducing the Simply Better approach and philosophy to small-medium enterprises in an easy-to-follow format. We have included a short list of some of our many change management clients. St George, Westpac and Commonwealth are some of the largest banks in the world. We've also worked for a number of internationally known companies, IBM, EDS, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Qantas the Australian airline, and we've worked in rail, roads and other infrastructure as well as in the finance game. So let's get started. Firstly, we can say with absolute confidence that identifying the key steps involved in rationalizing your customer base to make it right for you is the relatively easy part. So the real change management work isn't the initial task of identifying what has to be done. No, the real change management activity is determining how to actually go about doing it. For example, how do you determine and then validate an ideal customer base reference model that is right for your business? And then how do you actually go about the task of changing your business? So let's tell you what to do and how to do it. The following is an overview of the what to do and how to do it steps that Simply Better Performance has identified for rationalizing your customer base to make it right for you. We can honestly say that the how-to activities are not overly complex in themselves, but then again they aren't trivial either and need to be planned and prioritised. Your 7 key steps to achieving the right customer base are as follows. These are the 7 key what-to-do steps that you must perform to obtain a customer base that is right for your business. Step 1 is to know your customers. Step 2 is to know your competitors. Step 3 is to then sit down and to define your ideal customer base. Step 4 is to validate this ideal customer base and all the factors that you are looking for in an ideal customer against your existing customer base. Step 5 is to rationalise and finalise a viable customer base that is right for your business. Step 6 is to perform the detailed transition planning, and this may be the largest step in the whole process. And step 7 is to perform the transition. This is something you will set up for, you will give it timings, you will prioritise the work, and then you will go with it. So let's look at step 1. Know your customers and their market segments. This key step is concerned with you deciding what information is relevant and what you should reasonably know about your customers in determining if they are right for your business now or into the future where you're changing and taking your business. For your large customers and for key market segments, you really need to know all of the key factors of their business patronage that represent real business value to you, so that you can establish an appropriate comparison mechanism using at least some subset of all of those factors when determining which customers or market segments are right for you going forward. Typically, you will also need a simpler mechanism for analysing your smaller customers, possibly by market segment, to determine which of them are most profitable and which groups are least profitable. And finally, to complete this picture, you may also need to consider some trend analysis to identify which of your market segments are growing and which are shrinking. Step 2 is concerned with knowing your competitors and the overall market. Logically following on from step 1, this key step is concerned with you deciding what information you really want to know about your competitors. In performing this activity, you will typically create an initial list of all potential and available competitor-based information, and then you'll reduce this to a much smaller list of key information that you really want to keep and that you can get. At the same time, you will also need to consider creating a set of comparative means based on your analysis of that information for rating competitors against your business. Depending on your line of business, you may also have access to public or industry-based data that you can use to assess which of your competitors is likely to be more successfully addressing what you consider to be your key markets or what you want to become your key markets. By simply looking through competitors' advertising material, you should also be able to identify if they are addressing customers or market segments that you are ignoring, or if they are actively withdrawing from certain market segments. Step 3, determining your ideal customer base. This is the one that's right for your business. An ideal customer or market segment will have all of the good traits that you are looking for and none of the bad traits that you wish to avoid or be rid of in your customer base. This key step is therefore a mixture of art and science because your ideal will usually be unique to you and your business. In determining an ideal customer base for your business, you must remain practical and keep your business profitability in the interim. But this should not restrict you from casting your business growth desires into new and possibly fresh markets. The other side of this question is to clearly identify the typical characteristics of types of customers or market segments that you now wish to exit. Step 4 is to validate your ideal. It uses your existing customer base to check the viability of your ideal future customer base factors. In this key step, you will need to determine realistically if you can transition to your ideal customer base without creating unacceptable levels of damage to your existing business. To do this, you will need to understand how your ideal factors can ultimately, even if not immediately, generate real value and real profitability for your future business. This is particularly important if you intend to exit certain profitable markets because of changed business direction. Your approach to assessing the practicality of your ideal customer base should allow you to experiment with certain ideal parameters and then to examine gradual introduction of those transition options where this is practical. Step 5 is to rationalize and finalize. This is concerned with refining your ideal position into the right customer base for your business. Typically, this key step is associated with handling apparent anomalies or exceptions to your ideal. We'll give you an example. Perhaps you have an individual customer who you would otherwise really like to exit, but who has strategic links to one or more other key customers that you absolutely must keep. This is where you have to rationalise. You may have to keep that customer even though he would not be in your ideal group. You will also need to be able to analyse, report, and begin creating your action plans from such findings. Step 6 is your transition planning. Again, we repeat that this may be the largest piece of work that you have to do. This is concerned with what you need to consider in any detailed planning, reviewing, costing, approving and developing of the means for transitioning to the right customer base. Once you have clearly identified a viable, ideal customer base that is right for your business, you will usually have to prepare a transition plan for business evaluation, for consideration and ultimate approval. And this holds true even if you are the owner of the business. You've still got to convince your accountant, you've probably got to convince your bank. Typically, your transition plans will need to include realistic approaches for exiting unwanted types of customers or market segments. Your transition plan may also need to consider some other quite broadly based business changes, including new partnerships, possible mergers and acquisitions, or the sale of parts of your existing business, or even the sale of plant and equipment. Step 7 is the business transition. This is where you are implementing your transition plan and attaining a sustainable ongoing operation. And the key word here is sustainable. In this key step, you proceed with the implementation, integration and operation of all of the approved transition activities that your business has planned. The desired outcome is your business safely and profitably transitioned to the right customer base. This is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. In summary, with our 7 key steps, we hope to have demystified the whole question of rationalising your customer base to make it right for your business. As you can clearly see, rationalising your customer base is quite a straightforward and very doable task, but it is definitely not trivial without appropriate help. So now let us tell you how Simply Better Performance can inexpensively help you to perform this highly beneficial business activity with absolute confidence. So this is how Simply Better Performance can help you. Because we want your business to really prosper, we have packaged our comprehensive business consulting into an inexpensive ebook that you can purchase online and immediately use. Our ebook guides you through what to do and how to do it, and includes a comprehensive business analysis toolkit written in the Microsoft Excel workbook to show you how to start right now. And this will allow you to make the necessary changes so that you can have the right customer base sooner rather than later. And to make things even easier for you, we have included a comprehensive workbook full of examples as a bonus. Now let us tell you more about our exciting ebook. Our new ebook is comprehensive, and we believe it is the definitive what to do and how to do it guide to rationalising your customer base. It includes detailed and extensive coverage of all 7 key steps that we have identified for you in this webinar. It contains an extensive list of challenge questions for certain key steps so that you can easily select and prioritise what information you believe you need and what you wish to analyse. Our ebook includes a comprehensive workbook plus a separate workbook of examples to help you easily create various databases that you may not currently have. Or it may be a good idea to use our sample databases to suggest updates to your existing databases where new data analysis may be appropriate. Our comprehensive workbook includes mathematical analysis for your key data, and our worksheets are simple to use and easy to tailor. But the real exciting part is that you'll find our ebook to be a great money saver, as it should enable you to perform your customer base rationalisation review using your existing staff and at your desired work pace. As an additional bonus for you, and to get you started with the large range of potential implementation timeframes and operational activities, we have also provided you with a skeleton project plan in Microsoft Excel format. And to take this a little bit further, we've put that same project plan in Microsoft Project document if your business uses Microsoft Project. All you have to do is to tailor this document to reflect your business action plan timings and your dependencies. So that'll help you really get started quickly. So what does the ebook include? Well, the total right customer base analysis and review package from Simply Better Performance includes our detailed ebook, the workbooks which contain worksheets for the overall process flowchart, your competitors' intelligence database shell, and for large, regular and separately for occasional casual customers, we have a shell for a customer intelligence database. We have challenge questions there for you in key factor determination and ranking, and we have worksheets there to help you do true cost and customer value analysis. And we've already spoken about the action plan and that same action plan in Microsoft Project format. We also have a workbook of worked examples to showcase the mathematics. Well, I can hear you asking, what's it worth? Well, to engage an experienced business consultant in this field would cost you at least $1,200 US per day. It is highly unlikely that any such business consultant would have this quality of materials to hand on day one of any such assignment. The consultancy period to do this could be at least 20 plus days, with the consultant personally doing some data recording work to actually finish the assignment in such a short period. And finalising your action plans could take a further week of negotiation and refinement, possibly at additional cost if there are management or board presentations to be had. Without any hesitation, we can say that the possible total cost is in the vicinity of $25,000 US. By using the paid ebook from Simply Better Performance, you start on day one with all the materials you need to perform the right customer base review using your own resources in your own time frame. And you can pause the initiative at any stage to accommodate other work priorities. You pay a tiny, once-only upfront purchase price of US $79 or Australian $79 for the ebook and all of the workbooks that we've previously mentioned. This really is as cheap as office cakes and cookies. You have our 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee if the ebook does not work for your business, but we want you to tell us why. And you have the opportunity for ongoing email support from SBP at a reasonable but an additional per item cost. You also become a member of the SBP community and receive discounts on other SBP products for the next 3 years. So we highly recommend that you purchase the Right Customer Base ebook and all of its supporting materials for the once-only price of US $79 or AU 79, and that you become a member of our community and receive infrequent emails from us, and I do stress the word infrequent, and we'll be advising you of current and upcoming SBP ebooks and the like, all of which will be available to you as a community member with a 10% discount off any listed price or offer for the next 3 years. So please don't delay. Visit our website and join us today. www.rightcustomerbase.com/order. We're looking forward to hearing from you, and we're looking forward to getting reviews from you too. Wishing you every success. Len Jackson signing out.